All right, Virgo. So welcome back to part two. Go to part one to catch up. Okay. Now, before I get started, um, what I just heard was someone has been making head over heart decisions throughout this time frame or connection or whatever you have going on with this person or situation, right? So now, as I dive in um, to like what's really going on, because I had pulled the Four of Cups and the Five of Wands before, my time ran out and I had to go into part two. So let me show you guys again, okay? And this is that energy, right? Um, where there's some emotional detachment, right? Because I was saying it's like somebody has been so discontent, um, or just up in their head, disconnected and just focusing on the wrong things, right? Like either just focusing on disappointment, or just being resistant to receiving, okay? And somebody in the connection, right? And it could be you or it could be them, flip your roles, right? Is so focused on what went wrong and what didn't manifest. And that's the problem, right? And so when you're focusing on the what not, what didn't happen, then you miss the blessing that's really right in front of you. And that's what is taking place in this story. Somebody is not seeing the divine opportunity that's sitting right there in their face, okay? Because somebody is still focusing on spilled milk. These three cups, like that's done. Like the worst is behind you. I'm hearing the worst is behind this person or the situation. It's like it feels like it's a lot of healing and transformation that's taking place, either between you, them, or both of y'all. Okay, and so it's almost like this feeling of somebody's heart being closed off because of past pain. 212 on the timer. Definitely because of some type of past partnership or, relationship or something. And Spirit is saying, like, you can't receive divine love with guarded hands. Okay, so this is why divine timing literally has stepped in. And again, like I said, like cycles have to close, healing work has to be done before this connection can actually come together, right? You got to have that union with self first, and then bam, you are able to come together. And how I'm seeing it is like you have to operate off of that frequency of love, right, in order to attract the love. And so now this is what it feels like it's evolving to in your situation, Virgo, because you've been learning how to balance your energy. Okay, 303 on a timer, right? And so with that Five of Wands energy, like this is showing that both internal or external conflict, okay, is still in play. Some kind of way, this still could be like egos battling, miscommunication, comparisons, or even some type of competitive energy. But Spirit is definitely saying, like, until both people drop the need to win and choose peace over being right, then bam, the alignment happens, right? But it can't lock in fully until then. Okay. The healing here really is just about opening the heart again, releasing that emotional trauma, learning to cooperate, right? Instead of competing. You guys both want the same freaking outcome. That's the crazy part about this. But you guys are approaching this differently, okay? Y'all saying the same thing, you want the same outcome, but you both are saying it differently. It's almost like you're saying it, but you two may not be on the same timeline, okay? Some of you may be on the same frequency. Y'all ready, all right? But some, I feel like some of y'all may not be exactly there yet, okay? 444 on the timer. It's not a bad thing because you want the situation to be healed and you want each individual in it to be healed, okay? So So the alignment really happens when love leads the way. It can't be pride. It can't be ego. Okay. And so for this union to align, like your hearts need to reopen. Your egos need to like sit down real quick, right? 5:15, sit down real quick. Nah, sit down, okay? And stop replaying the old story, right? Because peace is literally the key. Peace is the answer, right? Peace is the bridge to the next chapter, okay? And so that has to take place before anything, all right? So you can maybe like write some healing affirmations, all right? Or some healing reflections, some type of prompts or something that you can use in your daily life, right? Or you can post. Like I used to do like a 30-day gratitude post. So I would every day, and I would get people to join in 555 on the timer. Every day I post one thing that I'm grateful for, and people would actually join in on that post, right? And that right there, it raises your frequency. It puts you on the right frequency. You understand that joy, that happiness, right? For that, for the time being. But however, it's like it connects you to kind of have that mindset, okay, of gratefulness, right? Because that's how we manifest, through joy, through love. Like love is the highest frequency, okay? But in order for it, to really take place, these are the things that we got to do, right? And so for card 4, I had got the Lover's card, right? And it's definitely divinely guided. This is confirmation, like I said in part 1, that this connection is fated, is divinely orchestrated, okay? Like I said, this could be a twin flame or higher level soulmate type connection here. I feel like Spirit is using this situation to teach you about conscious choices, all right? Choosing love that's rooted in truth, that's not an illusion. 7:07 on the timer, y'all. It's about harmony and divine alignment and not attachments. So a lot of times we have formed these unhealthy attachments with people. 7:17 on the timer. That's completion right there. I actually was divorced on 7:17. Okay. So that's like definitely the close of the cycle. All right. But the red flags and the risks, right? So here the caution is basically just your clarity, with the Ace of Swords coming out in the reverse position, right? You gotta be operating from a clear mind with this situation. I feel like this is something that the Spirit has been trying to show you or teach you through your situation. So be careful, right? Be careful of confusion, miscommunication, or even some type of denial, right? Even if someone is not being fully transparent within this situation, don't try to fill in the blanks, okay? Just pause and discern before signing any soul contracts. All right. I feel like Spirit just tried to save us last cycle, you understand, from signing another karmic contract, right? But you want to pause for a minute and really discern, okay? Because you don't want to keep these lessons going. All right. Finally, with the outcome, the reward, I got the Star card in the reverse position. And again, it's still showing that there's a lot of doubt, impatient, or some type of old disappointment that could be still clouding your faith. And so you could be missing a divine lesson here with this situation. Like Spirit is telling you, stay in alignment, not the illusion. So you're the star, Virgo. Your light doesn't dim just because someone else isn't ready for what you want, or they're not ready to rise with you, okay? So again, remember, you are the chosen one, Virgo. Regardless, okay? And you're supposed to keep shining. You're supposed to keep moving forward, right? So this offer, Virgo, may feel very tempting, but your peace is priceless, right? So stay centered, stay clear, and let Spirit really reveal whether this is the promise or just the preview, okay? And remember, the real union begins with you, all right? Peace.